Chapter 5. Berg Ahoy. In the glare of Stingray's headlight, Troy saw a squid as big as an aqua sprite shoot away with long tentacles trailing. It propelled itself with powerful jets of water like some nightmare submarine vessel. The bulging eyes in its hideous head watched Stingray malignantly, as if resenting the intrusion of a strange creature into its hunting area. But Troy knew it was a mere babe in arms compared to the giant squids that haunted these cold southern waters.
Pleasant character to meet on a dark night.
Sure, whenever I see eyes like that, I think of aquamphibians.
What's our position?
140, reference 71. Guess we're just about 500 miles north of the Antarctic Circle.
And 10 hours ago we left Marineville. Mighty good going. Put through a check call to Control Tower. Then, if we're all clear above, let's go topside and get some real fresh air. It'll make a change from this dehydrated stuff we extract from seawater.
Far out to sea, the surf rose and fell, flecked by the foam of wave crests. From beneath the greenish-grey waste, Stingray rose, blowing her tanks until she floated on the surface in the glow of the northwest sun at the horizon. It seldom rose much higher, even in the Antarctic summer.
Well, we sure picked a fine day for it. Most times it's cloudy and blowing like fury down here. Look, there she blows. Blue whale. Come up for air like us. See how that plume widens the higher it goes?
You can always tell blue whales that way.
Nice to know we've got company.
Troy, what's that out there? Land?
I hope not, or our instruments are way out. Shouldn't be anything between us and the Antarctica ice barrier.
But there is something on the horizon. It's glowing red like a ship on fire.
Hand me those binoculars. Guess it's an iceberg. Sun staining it that color. Must be drifting north on the current we've been tracking.
Could be it's come up from the area we're aiming for, Troy.
Yeah, let's take a closer look at it. Surface rate 4, phones. Pretty big. What do you make her?
Guess she's 10 miles long and maybe 250 feet high. That means there's some 2,000 feet of her below the surface. Slowly, they approached the huge mass of ice. Glistening cliffs and ridges were still tinged by the smouldering sun, and here and there a crevasse gashed dark and deep into the ice.
Somewhere south of New Zealand, she might get caught up in the west wind drift and dragged around towards Cape Horn.
And finish where you picked up Varasalon in his Poseidon.
Maybe, but the Poseidon could have come up on any of the 4 cold currents from Antarctica. We can't be sure it was this one.
Look, what's that bird? An albatross?
School gull. Take a look.
Oh, it's lovely.
Sure, but it's a killer. The vulture of the South Seas, they call it. It'll attack anything edible. It's even believed to eat its own young.
I'm sure it's attacking something on the berg right now, Troy.
Another bird, maybe, or scavenging a dead seal. Like to take a closer look? Seems a good opportunity to test the monocopters. Take Stingray to within 100 yards of the berg, phones. Chance to wear those winter woolies, too.
Watch your step with that skewer. He won't like you poking your nose in.
Right.
Troy and Atlanta put on anoraks and woolen headgear with ear flaps and went through the aft bulkhead into the bay where the monocopters, one-seat hovercraft used for short-distance surface reconnaissance, were housed. A few moments later they were airborne, skimming over the narrow stretch of water separating Stingray from the berg. As they approached, Troy saw the skewer dive again, and now he could hear its raucous screaming. It was enough to strike terror into a human being, let alone any small creature that was being hunted. Then there was a faint screeching coming from behind the ridge, as if something was in mortal distress. He steered the monocopter in that direction, and the skewer rose, squawking in fright, and flew off over the open sea.
Look, Troy, down that crevasse. It looks like an animal.
Let me get lower. This fissure is too narrow to admit the copter. Wait, I see something.
What is it?
It's a young penguin.
Oh, poor little pet. It's almost an adult.
If the fissure wasn't so narrow, that skewer would be diving down to seize it.
We must rescue it.
Troy touched down beside the crevasse and got off his machine. Uncoiling a nylon rope that formed part of its gear, he gave one end to Atlanta and tied the other about his waist.
Thanks. It's liable to be slippery down there.
Atlanta tied the rope to her machine and rose a little, then locked the hovering vehicle in place. Carefully, Troy lowered himself into the narrow fissure. It was a tight squeeze, and he found himself wondering what would happen if some movement of the ice brought those two razor-sharp edges together. Atlanta glanced overhead. Against the sky, she saw the skewer had wheeled and come back with a screech of angry defiance. Troy landed on the ledge beside the penguin. It chattered fearfully and cowered away from him, trying to squeeze itself into a tiny crack in the ice face. Holding tightly to the rope with one hand, Troy stooped to pick up the penguin with the other.
Come along, little one. Uncle Troy's not going to hurt you.
The penguin didn't seem to think so, for it whistled and spat and flapped its flippers and pecked at his hand. But at last, Troy got a grip on it. Holding it tight against his body with one arm, he twisted the slack of the rope about his other arm.
All the way!
Atlanta raised her monocopter, steadily pulling Troy from the fissure until he was able to step out onto the ice near his own machine. And then a shadow swept swiftly across the ice, and a blood-curdling scream from above him sent icy prickling along his spine.
Look out, Troy!
He tried to get to his copter, but then the bird was on him, beating at him with great wings. Terrified, the young penguin struggled free and leapt from his arms. He tried to grab it and slipped. A wing buffeted his head, knocking him towards the fissure. Frantically, he tried to save himself, but his clawing fingers could get no hold on the smooth ice. The next instant, he had skidded over the edge and was plunging down into the darkness. He grabbed at the ledge from which he had rescued the penguin, but again his fingers could not get a grip on the ice. He hurtled down, the rope paying out like a fishing line in the mouth of a runaway tuna. Teeth rattled, spine wrenched, dazed and sick, he swung there at the end of his rope, only vaguely conscious. Gradually his head cleared, and he looked about him. The darkness of the fissure was relieved only by the faint gleam of the ice walls. Below, he could see nothing.
Troy! Troy, are you all right?
Oh, I'm all right. Leastways, I still seem to be in one piece.
Stand by! I'll haul you out with the copter.
Okay, but hold it a minute. I'll switch on my torch. I don't want to get caught on anything on the way up. The crevasse is much wider here than at the top. I'm well clear of both walls. Guess that was a lucky break. If it had narrowed, I'd have finished up wedged tight like a Great Barrier Reef.
Troy, anything wrong?
Not unless it's my eyesight. Are you safe from that skewer?
He flew off after attacking you. The penguin took cover.
Then stand by. There's something down here I've got to take a closer look at. Have you got a few feet of rope to spare?
Guess so, but Troy, what have you found down there?
I think it's a boat, Atlanta. The things folk leave lying around are the strangest places.
Atlanta paid out a few more feet of the rope, which he had looped about the monocopter, and Troy swung himself slowly towards the wall that had excited his interest, playing his torch on it. His pulse raced as he looked at it. Embedded in the ice, as if behind a plate glass window, was a sailing vessel some 30 feet long, with a high prow and poop, and, along the side, ports for a single bank of oars. It was contorted slightly, as if the enormous pressures of the imprisoning ice had twisted it.
You did say a boat, didn't you, Troy? What sort of boat?
I'd a guess. I'd say it was an ancient galley. Haul me up.
Carefully, Atlanta raised the monocopter until Troy swung clear of the crevasse. Then she lowered him to the ice. Her hazel eyes widened when he described the vessel.
Troy, it sounds just like a Greek galley.
Or a Carnosian one.
You mean it could have come from the same place as Verasalon?
Sure. If my hunch is right, this berg's drifting north on the same current. I believe this is the lead we're looking for, Atlanta. Remember what Verasalon's manuscript said? The people of Kronos couldn't flee because their ships were frozen in the ice. Get back to Stingray and tell phones to bring me an aquascan camera. I've got to send your pa a picture of this.
Okay, Troy, but where's that poor little penguin? We can't leave him stranded on this berg.
Probably still hiding.
There it is, behind your monocopter.
Gee, it doesn't look so scared anymore.
Come here, little fella.
Maybe it's got a short memory.
It's okay. There. Troy, it's coming to me.
So I see.
She picked up the penguin, stroking it as she got into her machine. It seemed perfectly happy sitting on her lap when she took off.
Say, what are you aiming to do with it, Atlanta?
Keep it as a mascot.
Guess feeding it won't be any trouble. You can just tie a lead around its neck and put it out of a hatch to fish for its supper.
Soon, phones arrived, bringing the camera, double-length nylon lines, and some iron spikes. They drove them into the ice, secured the ropes, and descended into the crevasse.
Professor Carlson, the archaeologist at headquarters, would give plenty to get this out of the ice. Any chance, Troy?
Be a tough job, phones. We sure couldn't handle it. But maybe they'll pick up the berg later and find a way of getting it out in one piece. Scalding water jets might do it. For now, these photographs are all I can give them. This infrared lens works really well, even down here in the dark.
What's that groaning noise?
Ice stress, I reckon. A mass of ice like this must always be shifting slightly, expanding and contracting like the timbers of an old house. There, that should be enough pictures for now.
Let's get the blazes out of here, Troy.
Guess you're right, brother. Faster, phones. I don't fancy being the jam in the sandwich.
Members of the WASP were trained to climb cliffs at speed, but neither of them had ever climbed so fast before. Phones reached the top first, clambered out, and turned to grab Troy's anorak and haul him clear of the fissure.
The copters, quick!
Slithering and sliding, they somehow got to the machines and boarded them. The ice beneath them shuddered and heaved. They triggered maximum speed and shot off the berg like corks from a pop gun.
Atlanta, Marina, get Stingray away, fast!
Okay, Troy.
But even as Atlanta's voice sounded in his ears, the great berg split along the line of the fissure, and then slowly, ponderously, a huge section slid away and plunged into the sea. Scarcely daring to breathe, he watched a gigantic wave surge across the narrow stretch of water between Stingray and the berg. If Atlanta couldn't start the motors, 70 yards, 60, 50, 40.
She's done it, Troy. She's done it. She's gonna outpace the wave.
Stingray shot forward in a great spurt of foam, gaining on that angry wall of water with every length it covered. At last, they were clear of the wake.
Phew. No more messing about in strange icebergs for me, Troy.
That makes two of us, pal. But I'm sure glad I got those film shots. Reckon there won't be much of that galley worth salvaging now. Smart getaway you made, Atlanta.
I nearly panicked. If it hadn't been for Marina, well, I don't know what would have happened.
Nice going, Marina. Guess Stingray would have ridden it out somehow, but the hydroplanes and the fins might have been damaged.
I'm sure the little penguin brought us luck, Troy. I'm glad we rescued it.
Maybe you're right. If it hadn't been trapped down that crevasse, we'd never have found the galley anyway. We'll sign it on as ship's mascot. What are you going to call it? Must enter something in the log.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking about that, Troy, but, well, how do you tell a he-penguin from a she-penguin? They all look exactly alike.
Sure, I understand that's quite a problem in the best penguin circles. According to the experts, you offer it a stone. If it takes it, well, it's no gentleman.
Stones are in short supply around here. Oh, I know. I'll try a button from my uniform. Here you go. Come on. Don't eat it.
Ooh, how'd you like that? Just like it's making a little nest.
Oh, guess that settles it. I'll call her Penelope.
Guess we'll have to mind our P's and Q's from now on, Lieutenant. We're outnumbered 3-2. Marineville from Stingray. Come in, Marineville.
Hello, Stingray. Received your aquascan transmission? Nice work, Tempest. Seems you're on the right trail. You'll be heading straight down that current to the ice barrier, huh?
Yes, sir. We'll search below the ice. The charts of the seabed in that section show several canyons that could be old riverbeds. Maybe one of them is what we're looking for.
Okay, Captain. Carry on. How are your unexpected guests, Troy?
They're doing fine, sir. In fact, if it hadn't been for Atlanta, I guess we wouldn't have spotted that galley.
Great. Maybe I'll forget about the court-martial when she gets back. Any sign of Titan trouble?
No, sir. Reckon we got a good start. None of those terrafish are fast enough to overtake us.
Maybe. We think he's got some amber mines somewhere in those seas. He might have sent a long-range call to alert them. Keep your eyes skinned.
Sure. Stingray signing off.
200 miles north by east, an aquamphibian grinned wickedly. With a webbed hand, he turned a switch on the control bank of his mechanical fish. The image of Titan appeared on a small video screen before him.
You have news of Stingray?
Yes, Almighty One. It is still heading south toward the continent of ice. Do you wish us to close in and destroy it? We are 4-1.
Even if you are 20-1, Tempest might still be more than a match for you. Curse him! But I shall bide my time. I shall be interested to learn what he finds down there. Then will be the time to strike. Meanwhile, do not lose touch with him, or you shall suffer the death of 1,000 stings.
We shall not fail you, Almighty One.